It's been a long time since you've seen me in person. The last several videos that I've done, I did the voiceover and you couldn't see my face. So for my new subscribers, I am Marla, and I'm so happy to have you join us today. And I have a lot of catching up to do as far as questions that I've been asked recently. Number one is, what happened to the shed? Oh, well, the shed's just sitting back there in an in limbo, unfinished condition, which is serving the purpose it was built for in the first place, which was to store things so that my daughter Olivia could stay with us for a year, during which time she had her first baby. And we vacated our lower level basement. We have a walkout basement that has windows in every room. I mean, I say basement, but it's just like the lower level of our house. Our main living level is upstairs. Anyway, we all moved. I still have two sons in college who live here. They graciously gave up their rooms for that year and moved upstairs into two of my bedrooms. But then I had to move all my stuff from those bedrooms and from the downstairs den, which has a little kitchenette. It's a really big room. It's actually a bigger room than my upstairs living room, to be honest. But I had a lot of stuff down there that I had to vacate, or was willing to vacate for them. So my shed is doing the purpose of use. I have a series, the shed series. For those of you who don't realize, you can go to my homepage by just tapping on the icon of my channel, which is Marla Cain, Raising Cain. You tap on that and it's going to take you to a page that gives you some selections such as videos, playlist, community, those kind of things. Playlists, there's an entire playlist of every shed video of building the shed up to now, and all my plans for it. And I still have all those plans in place. But in the meantime, my husband has taken a second job doing computer consulting. He's a software engineer, and he has taken the second job, which kind of took up his time. It's a consulting job and there's not regular hours. He just does when they need him to. It's for a company that he used to work for, and there's almost no other humans on the earth that have the intimate knowledge of that business the way Ben did. So that's why they want him for the consulting. So he does that now, and that takes up some of his time. Plus, we just have a lot of family responsibilities going on and things that we do in order to help Ben's parents, who live in the same town with us, and my parents live 30 minutes away. And we are so blessed to have all four of our parents still living. So I don't take it near as many turns with my parents, because my sisters have taken undoubtedly the larger role in taking care of my parents. But I do come occasionally and help some. But then Ben's parents are 5 minutes from us. So I am happy to be able to take to doctor appointments and do the things that I can do. Excuse me. I don't know what's going on. I do have my door open. Maybe it's allergies. Maybe it's just, I think I've had a sinus problem for about 2 months straight. I probably should go to the doctor, but I haven't. So yeah, we've had record cold temperatures here in North Alabama. Last night was it last night or night before? It was 9 degrees. What is this, Alaska? We never have cold temperatures that cold. But today it's enough warmer that I've got my door open. So I'm hearing just a little bit of street noise, just a little bit. And my animals are coming in and out visiting with me. I have 2 dogs and a cat. So we'll get back to the shed as quickly as we can. But in the meantime, we just had to hit pause. Also, we were exhausted. It was very intense work. We were doing all the work ourselves. And we were very, very, very tired because Ben just had his 59th birthday, and I just turned 58. So I feel exhaustion in a different way than I used to when I was younger, and I think that's normal. I think that's expected. Can you see a little something here? This thrift haul encompasses maybe, I'm gonna sneeze. I think it might be allergies. And I also hear a naughty doggy. What are you doing out there? Come back in the house if you're going to do that. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, so I'm doing a thrift haul, which includes the last several weeks or months. I mean, it's been a long time since I've shared a thrift haul with you. But the first thing I want to share is this beauty that is going to be a gift for my mother-in-law. And so hopefully I will give it to her before this video comes out. But she loves the Murano glass. Hand-blown Murano glass. Regular price $189. Then they marked it down, or listed it as $89.99. And then I went in yesterday and it was $29.99. And she has lovely pieces of the Murano glass, and I don't believe she has one that's shaped like this or this color that I know of. So I'm excited to give it to her. I hope she gets to. I'll just have to make a point to go give it to her before this video comes out, or otherwise, surprise. She gifted me, and I'll insert a picture. She gifted me with an entire set of china that I was not going to buy it because I just couldn't justify spending money on another whole set of china, because I have several sets, you know I do. But I've never seen this set, the blue. Beautiful, 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 and I love it so much. And I've already got it put in little safe things, little dish things. And when I switch out, I still have Christmas in my china cabinet. There's been a lot going on in my life, and there always is. I mean, I'm going to quit saying that. Everybody has a lot going on, but I have had a lot of extra things going on that don't normally happen. So I still have about half of my Christmas stuff just still full board. What is this, the 22nd of January? You know what? Other people who get theirs down quickly, y'all can be the winner. Just be the winner, and I can just do my own thing, because this is what my life is. Just do my own thing. But I don't hate Christmas, staying up longer, because I don't put my Christmas things up until, I don't bring them into my home and display them until after Thanksgiving. So, you know, it's not like I've had them up 2 months by the time December 25th comes. So anyway, that's the halfway justification for it being this long. The other half is just that I'm tired and that there's a lot going on. And my daughter Lauren and her boys have been at my house a lot lately, and I'm glad to spend extra time with them. And my twin grandsons, who just turned 6, are autistic, and you know, it takes a whole different kind of mindset. Now, I've raised 5 children, but I have not raised autistic children that I know of. We think, you know, we look back now that we see our boys who are medically diagnosed autistic. I can see some symptoms or some little traits that I just thought, you know, when I was raising my children in the 90s, I just thought, well, you know, everybody has peculiarities. Like my son Joel, he's genius. He's about to graduate from, both my boys are about to graduate from college, and they will be software engineers. Computer science is their degree. So, you know, when he was a little boy, he was very sensitive to things like, you know, I had to turn his socks inside out because he could feel that seam. If it was inside his sock, he could feel the seam. He could say, I can feel it, I can feel it. And that was just crazy to me. But I have learned that there are some things like that that are autistic traits. So it's very interesting to us all to recognize things. Even in myself, I recognize some things that could probably be classified as autism. What is my dog doing? I don't know. I'm going to just shut the door. And then now that the door is shut, they'll come up and whimper to get back in. But it is a lot prettier day today. So let's go forward and get on with this mega thrift haul. Which, my word, I have quite a few things, and this is not even all of it. I feel like I've got another stash somewhere, and I know I've already got things all over the house that are thrifted and never shared in a thrift haul. But if you don't know, you can't bring in this number of things to your home and not also release and move forward out of your home a good number of things. And I am doing that. I'm packing some things up that are not as favorite to me anymore, not useful to me. My daughters, I have 3 married daughters, and, who of course live in their own homes, and then I have 2 grown sons, and I share my thrift hauls with my married daughters. I find things for them, but the things that they don't need and the things that are excess to me, I'm going to go and donate back to these same thrift stores, because we don't want to be a stagnant pond where you know, things flow in but they never flow out. That produces stagnation, and you can't have that. So my rule of thumb is to try to release as many things as I bring in, and that's a hard thing to do. And I'm way behind on my clothing. Oh my word, my clothing! I could take out many, many, many big bags of my clothing, and I'm going to do it. I'm really going to do it. I can be accountable to all of you, my friends. Okay, this is a book that I found in Gunnersville. It's very faded. The People's New Testament with Notes, Volume 1. And it is from 1889. And it has Elise Galloway from Boaz, Alabama. It has her name in there. My maiden name is Galloway. So I very well may be related to, no, it's not Elise, it's Elsie. Elsie Galloway. All right. Any of my relatives who are hearing this, if you know of an Elsie Galloway, just let me know. Let me know. I'm very curious. I have an 1889, paid $3 for it, and I recently heard one of the YouTube channels. Oh goodness, I'll put an insert here of her. She's precious. She's in England, I think Sussex, England. And she is the best crafter, DIY decorator. She's awesome. And she said the other day, she said, you know, I can go to auction and I can get old books. I can pay about £10 and get 100 books. I'm like, what the world? We don't have that many old books in this country, I'll tell you that. But when I run across one, I will be glad to pay $3 for one, especially that's this old, over 100 years old. Okay, so there's that. And I could just dive in anywhere and get going here. I'm overwhelmed. There's too many things. Okay. I love to pick up things. I paid $5.99 for this hammered, and I believe it is designed to rotate, because look at all the little layers under there. See that? I feel like it is designed to rotate. Oh, I see ball bearings in there. Yeah, it's designed to rotate. But look, see the roses? I feel like, and I am working on doing a Valentine's video that I hope I can have it out by February 1st. To show you some crafts that I've been doing, and then I should have all my Valentine decor set up by then. And I'll probably leave it up for the whole month of February, because I mean, what else am I going to have going on in February? And then by March, I'll be ready to do my spring things. But this I paid $5.99, and it came from Goodwill. And I love the roses on that, and that looks very Valentine-ish to me. So I'm thinking of what I can put. I've got a pink bowl somewhere. I wonder where that pink bowl is. I've got a pink bowl that I can put in the middle and fill it with pretty things, Valentine things. Okay, this, I have one in my china cabinet right now, but they're so hard to come by. Well, they're not hard to come by, because you can order them from Amazon. It's not antique, but I love the way that it looks to display my vintage and antique. There's a piece of tape sticking to that. I love to use it. I think I paid $2 for that. It didn't have a price tag on it, but I took it on up to the cash register at Amazon Hope thrift store in Boaz, and they priced it and went right on. And I think I asked how much it was, or she may have just said $1.98. I don't know, but I'm having a memory of $2 coming up. But this is really pretty to display things, and I've had a desire to be able to not take the one out of my china cabinet, but to also use another one on top of my piano, which is another great big space that I love to decorate. So, but you can order them on Amazon. I think they're called half circle dish display. Maybe I'll look that up and put a little insert for that. That's a lot of inserts that I'm counting on. Okay. $5.99 from Goodwill. See how sweet that is? Little doll. And it's just as sturdy as, well, I'm saying sturdy as can be. Oh, I'm seeing it does have a broken place here. That's okay. I can glue it and clamp it, and it's fine. It's a little bit loose right there. I was just bragging on how sturdy. Well, I have bought some that are much more flimsy than this, but it does have the tray missing, and I thought, that's okay. All it's going to take is just a little bit of a little piece of board, and I found yesterday, these are cedar grilling planks, but I think that it's a good size. I'll use, there's two of them in here. It says 98 cents, but it was half, the letter C was half price. So I'll use one of those and I'll paint it to match, and I'll attach it some kind of way, and it'll have a tray again. I mean, I wouldn't have to. I could just leave it just like that, and I wouldn't be offended by it. But I think it's precious. I love that it's got the little bead there and the little decal. To me, that looks like 1950s. Could be 1950s. I don't know. I just love the look of these pink doll furniture kind of things. And I have a set that is currently in my half-built she shed. I say half-built. It's in the dry. Has the roof on it and everything, but there's so much more beautiful things that need to happen to it, and so much more organization so that it can be used for enjoyable space as well as storage. So as I say, you can go to my playlists and find the shed series, and you can see my ideas and my plans and the construction up to now, up to where we are now. Okay. I have been ordering canvases. You can get them from Amazon, but I find the better prices on Temu. These are just frames from Hobby Lobby that I intend to put. This is a little bit spotted up. Maybe it'd come up. They're not bad prints. Look, they're pretty. They're pretty. They're nice. But this looks like the perfect size. And what did I pay for these? I've already forgotten. And I don't see a sticker. I think I paid $1.98 each for those. But I'll put a canvas of my choosing into this frame. It's the kind of frame that's very, you know, it's made to just be very minimal. You see it barely protrudes. It's almost flush. But I bought those for that reason, to be able to use those with my canvases that I have been ordering, because you can order all sorts of old landscape. Okay, can you see my horse back here? That's so cute. I've got a horse print, and I just find frames, the ones that come from Temu are not your typical standard size like we have, you know, 11 by 14, 16 by 20. These are going to be off just a little bit. They'll be a little longer than they are, I mean, a little taller than they are wide a lot of times. They're just a little bit off. Their standards are not exactly as ours, but I'm telling you, you can get some gorgeous prints for not very much dollars. Okay, yesterday I found these at the Amazon Hope warehouse. This is the way puzzles looked when I was a little girl, in the early 70s. There's 3 in there, and I haven't even opened them. Let's open them. Look. I mean, this takes me back to my actual childhood. These are Whitman brand, and you can see the tag says 3 puzzles, all here, 98 cents. So for $2, I got 6 vintage Whitman puzzles, and I will not let my feral genius twins play with these. I might let the girls gently. My boys are so smart. In kindergarten, they read on a 7th grade level. And that's a little spooky to me that they are that smart. But their social graces need to come along, need to come along. Okay, so Raggedy Ann and Andy. Horse and Colt. That's precious. Oh, what is that? I thought she was sitting on a toilet, but I think it must be little Miss Muffet who sat on a tuffet eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her. Oh, was not expecting to see that. I really thought, and that one is Play School brand. It's not even the same brand. Okay, so we've seen that one because it was on a facing outward. Lassie. I remember when the Lassie movie first came out, and we actually went to the theater and saw it. No, I'm thinking of Benji, but I did watch Lassie on TV. Okay, this one is Golden brand. That other was Whitman. Golden as in, I guess as in Little Golden Books. Okay, and here's the reveal of the one I haven't seen yet. Play School again, Hickory Dickory Dock. oh, look at their faces. That is a specific, this looks like the cartoons of the early 70s that I can remember watching. That's the style that cartoons were made in. Oh my goodness, how funny is that? That really tickled me. Okay, let's see. I don't know. What do y'all think this is? I don't know. I hear a dog. I hear a dog whining to get in. Well, come in, you little orphan waif. Come in. The other one's still out there, I think. Is that a coincidence that when I opened the door it made my nose run? That could be an allergy. We don't know what this is. Comment below if you think you know what this is designed to be. But one of the first things I thought was just simple pedestal to set a bowl on, or if it might happen to fit, I've got some drink dispensers that I could put, a plate or something on this and then set the drink dispenser, because in order to put a glass or a cup under the spout of a drink dispenser, it has to be elevated a little bit. So I paid it wasn't marked, and I think they told me $2.98. I don't know, but I like the wood, the natural wood on it. It's beautiful, but I don't know what I would use it for yet. But I mean, I have a lot of ideas. I always have a lot of ideas. Okay, this is the way that Amazon Hope and Boaz, this is the way that, and it has nothing to do with the Amazon online store. This is the way they do sets of glasses. They put them in a plastic bin or a woven basket. I paid $4.98 for these 4 because I just thought they're adorable. Look. What do you call this? I mean, I know when there's woven stuff on a wine bottle, it's called a demijohn. But what do you call this? Is this just so that you don't have to touch a glass that has condensation on it? I don't know, but I'm charmed by these. These look like something that needs to be displayed with my summer stuff. I'm just going to roll that plastic right back over the top. Keep them safe for another little bit. Okay. Okay. Only I would probably pay $2 for the hen without the nest. But it's milk glass, and it was $2. And I think he will be very sweet in a vignette arranged with other milk glass things. And you know, who knows? I might come along and find the nest that goes with them, you know, the bowl part that goes under. But I've wanted a milk glass one for ever so long. And this doesn't have the typical shape. I don't know. Sometimes Avon made things that looked vintage but weren't, you know. Well, Avon from the 70s is now vintage, but you know what I'm saying. They didn't look like the ones that were originally designed from maybe the 1940s or 50s. I don't know. Oh, and these look $3. These look better made. These are actually older. See how tiny the little bitty weaving is, the little strips? I think that is, and they're darker than the standard little, these are paper plate holders, is what I always called them growing up. A little standard white, thin, the thinnest white paper plate, you know, that you can buy. You can pop them up into there, and it's good for things that are not wet. You cannot put a big old spoonful of pork and beans on there. It will soak through. But it will hold a hamburger and french fries pretty well, a hot dog, maybe potato salad if it's not too goopy. But that's what those are. But I love to use them layered up with different kinds of dishes and displays that I have going for in my china cabinet and for different seasons. Now, I'm going to store this with my Christmas decor. It's a fruitcake tin, sign of good taste. Country Inn fruitcake, and it is definitely from maybe early 70s, 60s, 50s. I don't know, but I love the colors. I love the old-timey graphics on it, and I will use that with Christmas decor. Now this, my friends, is so pretty. Round tablecloth, $4. There is just something yummy about the weave and the fabric. Look how pretty. Can you see that the texture and the weave? I mean, it's got to be a type of linen. And I don't have any blooming idea what I'm going to do with this lovely thing. But I'll do something with it. It's gorgeous. And there's the other wayfaring stranger. Come on. Okay. I think all the animals are in here now. 2 dogs and a cat. But this is gorgeous, and I love it. And this band here to me looks coral, salmon, you know, not truly pink and not red. So I think that this will be a really pretty thing to do in spring. We'll see how my spring decor begins to shape up. All right, this was $5, and it's hard for me to resist a basket that is made with strips that look like this. These strips, even if it's a little bit raggedy, I don't care. I actually use them for laundry if they're sturdy enough, and this one is. I would rather have one of these than a plastic basket, because even though they're not as sturdy and maybe they don't hold as many things, to me, they are more aesthetic. I say that as if my house exists in an aesthetic state all the time. It does not. I have a lot of people in my house all the time, and things get mixed up, but I've decided a while back I'm going to go ahead and decorate anyway, and then there can be the clutter and the things and the stuff, the evidence of lots of other people living with me, because this is not a museum, and it's not a magazine photo shoot spread. It's a real home where we live, but whatever's going to be in the background is going to be old vintage things like I like. So that's something that I can use and still enjoy the fact that it is vintage looking. It's vintage looking. I mean, I don't know if it's truly vintage. Okay. One single placemat. Let's see if it has a brand. Olive Branch brand. That's pretty. My thinking on this was that when I bring out my blue and white dishes, I have Asiatic pheasant. I have, oh gosh, I can never remember the name of that. It's Blue Denmark, maybe. And I have Blue Willow. Whenever I bring those out, I may be placing this in the middle of my buffet, or it could be part of the layering of a centerpiece in my dining room table. Even though there is just one, and I feel certain it's a placemat, it was pretty enough, and it evidently didn't cost very much. I love the idea of using that with all my blue and white china. Well, that's all for today. I am breaking this thrift haul into 2 parts. I've got about 30 more minutes to share with you, and I'll try to have that out tomorrow. In the meantime, I pray that God would bless you, and that you would look for ways to be a blessing to others, and that you would listen for God to speak to your heart in a new and fresh way every day.